Area of rectangles. So before we do that, what do you remember about triangle inequalities? Two sides of a triangle measure 73 inches and 48 inches. The shortest side is missing, so the shortest side is missing. Which of the following could not be the shortest side? So we have a triangle. Let's say the longest side is 73, the medium side is 48, and so we have the shortest side right here. So what do you remember about triangle inequality? If you take any two sides and combine it, it will be greater than the third side. So if I replace this x with 32, 48 plus 32 is 80. 80 is greater than 73. That's possible. If I replace this, well, I know 43 is not going to be it because it's even greater than 32. So let's try 30. If I combine 48 with 30, you get 78. But 78 is still greater than 73. Now let's try 25. If I combine 48 with 25, that would be 73. 73 is exactly equal to 73. So there will be a gap right there. So it has to be J is the answer. So again, in triangle inequality, you take any two sides and combine it, it will be greater than the third side. So what is area? Area is the size of a surface. It's the inside of it. You see, it is the amount of space inside the boundary of a flat object, such as square or rectangle. So it takes up 9. For this one, it will be squared. This takes up 9 square, and this also takes up 9 square. So these shapes all have the same area of 9. It's how much it covers. So it's the amount of surface it covers. So that's why whenever you buy carpet, they always measure the length of the room, the width of the room, and then they cut it to that piece. And they always say, well, you're buying this many square feet of carpet. I just had to replace my carpet in my house. So what is the area of this rectangle? It's 3 by 5, so it's 15. So the way you find area, a couple ways. Elementary school, you use the length times width. Area is length times width. Nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly good basis. But in junior high, the formula chart, your math chart will always also say area equals base times height. So we're going to keep using that, base times height. So base is the bottom side. It's the bottom. Height is how, I don't know, high it is. So, for example, in this one, the base is, if you flip it around, 5 is the base, the height is 3. So you multiply the two numbers, 5 by 3 is 15. So the area is 15 units squared. And I don't know what unit they say here, but it's always represented with a little squared to the power 2. So Emmanuel was given a set of rectangle, one side length, and the area of each rectangle are shown in the table below. Find the missing widths. So here are the lengths. Here's the area. So what's area again? Base times height, or length times width. If this is 3, what do I multiply 3 by to get 9? 3. What do I multiply 4 by to get 12? 3, 3, 3. So you're multiplying by 3. So let's get a little harder now. What about interior spaces, shaded regions? So we're taking what we know about area of rectangle, which is length times width or base times height, and doing a little more stuff with it. Mr. Joe was to expand his house. He drew the blueprints of his lot that contains his house and yard. So my lot is 50 yards by 80 yards. My house is 20 yards by 30 yards. Find the area of the lot. So 50, so base times height. So the base is 80 yards. The height is 50 yards. If I multiply base times height, 8 times 5 is 40. Add 2 zeros, please placeholder. So my yard is 4,000 squared yards. Remember, don't forget that, squared yards. Find the area of the house. Base times height. The base is 30 yards. The height is 20 yards. So base times height, or length times width, is 600 square yards. Now, what is the shaded area of the yard? Should you either add or subtract the house area from the lot area? So the shaded area is the grass. So I want to find the shaded. Is this shaded the house? No. So if I got a scissor and actually physically cut this out, what do I have left? I will have 3,400 square yard because I have to subtract, cut out, take away, subtract. So it's 3,400 square yards. Let's practice another example of shaded region. Dr. Rice wants to put a basketball court in the middle of a field. Find the area of the grass. That's the shaded region. So first of all, how large is this field? It's 9 meters by 14 meters. So base times height. 14 times 9 is 126, I believe. 9 times 126 square meter. That is the fields. That's the area of field. What's the area of the basketball thing? 5 base times height or length times width. 5 times 5 is 25 square meters. Is this shaded? No. If I physically got a scissor and cut it out, so I need to subtract this. So all you have left, the shaded region or the field, the grass part, is 101 square meters. Brian is selling gift wrap for a school function. The small package contains one rectangular sheet that measures 20 inches by 30 inches. Yes. The large package has one rectangular sheet of gift wrap that measures 40 inches by 80 inches. And I just bought gift wrap at Costco, and I was actually sitting there with a calculator calculating the price because I wanted to figure out which one I got more square inches and at a lower cost. I know it's kind of dirty, but I did that. Trying to find unit price and all that stuff. So 20 times 30 is base times height or length times width is 600 square inches. And this one, I'm gonna read my handwriting. This is a 40. That is 3,200 square inches. How many more square inches of gift wrap are in the large package than in the small package? So we need to subtract. How many more we subtract? 3,200 minus 600 is 2,600 square inches. All right. So area. You always see it in floor plans. If you want to buy a house or look at an apartment, they always have a floor plan. So imagine this is a great floor plan. This is an apartment. So you have a room for rent, a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom. So if someone wants to know how large will my room be, what's the area of my room, or here they want to replace the carpet. So room for rent, 12 foot by 10 foot. So the area is 120 square feet. Oh, it's already written for us. Room occupies 10 by 10. That's pretty small, 100 square foot. 8 times 9 is the living room, is 72 square feet. Hallway is 4 times 7 is 28 square feet. It adds up to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, carry to 1. 320 square feet is the total area of carpet that I need to replace. Let's make sure I did it correctly. I believe I did. Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 320 square feet. And you're going to be given, during class, you'll be given different types of rectangles, and you're going to be measuring with your centimeter rulers the base and the height, and you're going to have to find the area of it. Again, how do you find the area? You multiply the base and the height, and that's how you do it. This is off topic, but in case you really want to know what a rectangle is. So how do you find area? Why is it base times height? Or why is it length times width? Why don't we add it? That's perimeter, by the way, if you add it all the time. Or length times width. For example, if the base was 5 and the height was 3, why is it you always get 15? So let's draw this. The base has 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The height has 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So how many square units do you see in this rectangle? I see 3 times 5 is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's why it's 15 square, see this shape in there? Square units. That's why we put the little 2. So That's why we multiply base times height or length times width to find the area of a rectangle, and here's a physical picture of it.